Right now, in your filing cabinet or your inbox, there might be bills you don't actually owe. Not bills with a mistake on them, not bills you're disputing. Bills that, under federal or state law, you are completely exempt from paying. And the people sending them are counting on you never finding that out. Today I'm walking you through 5 of them. Real laws, real protections, specifically for people 65 and older, or anyone on Social Security, Medicare, or a fixed retirement income. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say, who to call, and how to stop paying for things the law already says you don't owe. Welcome to the Rights Whisperer. Let's get into it. Exemption 1 of 5. Private debt collectors can't touch your Social Security. Picture this. A letter arrives from a debt collector. Bold print, aggressive language, threats of lawsuits and garnishment over an old credit card balance or a medical bill from years ago. For someone on a fixed income, that letter can feel like a genuine emergency. Here's what most people don't know. Under federal law, specifically 42 U.S.C. Section 407, sometimes called Section 207 of the Social Security Act, your Social Security benefits, SSI, VA benefits, and most federal pensions are protected from garnishment by private creditors. Credit card companies, medical billing departments, personal loan collectors. They cannot legally reach into your bank account and take that money. There are exceptions, and you need to know them. Federal back taxes, federal student loans, and child support or alimony can still reach these funds. But for ordinary consumer debt, the credit card, the old medical bill, the personal loan, you are what lawyers call judgment-proof. So why do the calls keep coming? Because fear works. They're hoping you'll panic and voluntarily hand over a debit card number or bank details, something they could never legally force. One trap to avoid: if an old debt is past your state's statute of limitations and you make even a small voluntary payment, $5, it can restart that clock. A debt that was legally dead comes back to life. What to do? Keep your Social Security deposits in their own dedicated account, separate from any other income. This makes it instantly clear to your bank which funds are protected. And if a collector calls, you can calmly say, "My income consists of federally protected benefits. Please do not contact me again." Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, that request carries real legal weight. Exemption 2 of 5. If you're a QMB enrollee, that surprise bill may be illegal. You visit your doctor, you hand over your Medicare card, everything seems covered. Then, weeks later, a bill shows up for a deductible, a copay, or coinsurance, sometimes called balance billing. If you're enrolled in the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, QMB, that bill may be a federal violation. Under federal law, any provider that accepts Medicare is prohibited from billing a QMB enrollee for Medicare Part A or B deductibles, copays, or coinsurance. The provider must accept what Medicare and Medicaid pay as full payment. Full stop. This applies whether the provider accepts Medicaid or not. Why does this keep happening? Usually it's not malice. It's automated billing software that doesn't flag QMB status and just generates a charge for the unpaid 20%. The system produces an illegal bill and mails it, and most people just pay it. What to do? Confirm your QMB status by calling 1-800-MEDICARE. Then, call the provider's billing department and say, "I'm a qualified Medicare beneficiary. Under federal law, I am exempt from Medicare cost sharing and balance billing. Please remove this charge." Often, this resolves on the spot the moment someone actually looks at your status. And if it doesn't, what they're doing is reportable to CMS, to your state Medicaid office, and they know it. Exemption 3 of 5. You may have already paid for Medicare Part A decades ago. If you're approaching 65, you've probably seen the sticker shock. Medicare Part A, hospital insurance, can cost real money if you have to buy it. In 2026, if you have fewer than 30 work credits, the full premium is $565 a month. With 30 to 39 credits, it drops to $311. But here's the good news. If you worked and paid Medicare taxes for at least 10 years, that's 40 credits, your Part A premium is $0. You already paid for it through every paycheck across your working life. And if you didn't hit 40 credits yourself, say you were a stay-at-home parent for years, you may still qualify for premium-free Part A through your spouse's work record, as long as they have 40 credits and are at least 62. What to do? Set up a free account at ssa.gov and check your earnings record. It shows exactly how many credits you've accumulated and whether a spouse's record might cover you. 10 minutes, and you'll know exactly where you stand before that $565 bill ever shows up. Exemption 4 of 5. Your state may not tax your Social Security at all. Here's where the numbers get genuinely surprising. As of 2026, 41 states plus Washington, D.C. do not tax Social Security benefits at the state level at all. West Virginia just completed its full phase-out, joining that group this year. That leaves only 8 states that still tax Social Security in some form. And even in those 8 states, most have income-based exemptions that shield a large share of retirees from owing anything. The trap isn't the law, it's the software. Generic tax programs don't always automatically apply your state-specific exemption. Sometimes you have to manually check a box or complete a separate schedule. Click through too fast, and the software calculates tax you don't actually owe. What to do? Pull out last year's state return. Check if you paid state tax on your Social Security income. If your income was below your state's threshold, file an amended return. Get that money back. Exemption 5 of 5. Your property taxes may be frozen, reduced, or deferrable, and the county will never tell you. You paid off your house decades ago, but rising property values mean rising property tax bills, sometimes dramatically, on a fixed income that isn't rising anywhere near as fast. What most people don't know, nearly every state and county has some version of a senior property tax exemption, freeze, or deferral. And they are not the same thing. Each one works differently, and knowing which one applies to you matters. None of these are automatic. The county will not apply them for you. You have to file the paperwork, and there is almost always an annual deadline. Miss it, and you typically cannot get that year back. What to do? Search your county's name plus the words Senior Property Tax Exemption. Check the income limits. Check the deadline. File the paperwork before that date. It is a few minutes of work that can mean thousands of dollars a year, every year, for as long as you live in that home. None of these 5 things are scams, loopholes, or gray areas. They are real protections written into federal and state law, specifically because lawmakers recognize that people on fixed incomes need them. The only catch is that none of them apply themselves. You have to know they exist, and you have to ask. If you've used one of these, fought off a debt collector, gotten a QMB billing error fixed, claimed a property tax freeze, tell us in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. This has been the Rights Whisperer. We find the money the system never told you about. See you in the next one.